Hey guys, so I wanted to do a little experiment. I have a novella that is all plotted and ready to be written, and I'm hoping to do it in 15 days. 3 weeks, because I'm going to be taking weekends off, or at least trying to. The goal here is to write 3,000 words a day ish. I'm not a hard and fast person when it comes to stories needing to be certain lengths, but based off of the beats and scenes I have plotted, I'm estimating this book to come in somewhere between 40 and 50K. So why am I aiming to do this in 15 days? Simple. I enjoy the fast drafting process. I need to see the puzzle pieces all laid out and written so I can begin to actually fix it. So I've decided to do a little series. 3 videos, each one chronicling a week of this project. So congrats! Welcome to week 1, days 1 through 5. Here's how it started. My life has been taken over by Ingram Sparks. It's such a headache trying to get our book up for pre-order, and just things are frustrating. I've just been playing phone tag and emailing Ingram Sparks, and it's just killing me. So what I think I'm going to do is sit and watch some modules for the Mark Dawson course and hopefully have some more clarity about what I'm supposed to do for my own books. But I gotta get some sense of progress and feel some sense of, okay, I know what I'm gonna do now before I'm really able to just write. Because right now, I do not have a clear head. Ooh. So after watching a bunch of videos and doing some research, I felt a lot better. So I decided to, actually start writing my book. And Mac is going to be a follow-up novella to Tracker, although I think it's going to be more of a companion novella versus a series. It's going to follow the events of Tracker, but I don't think you're going to actually have to read Tracker to get invested into the story. I think you might get some fun Easter eggs from Tracker, but you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I will let you know once it's written. Okay, I set a timer for 45 minutes and I got 2,866 words. I got the prologue written and the first chapter, although I don't know why I want to do this, but the first chapter is only 103 words, but I think it's really good, and I'm just like, what a way to start a book with a super short, powerful, intense chapter. But you know what? I will fix this because I'm sure it's a bad idea. But for now, I'm leaving the first chapter is 103 words. But now I'm going to share with you the first sentence of the first chapter, although this is all subject to change, so keep that in mind. But here it is. Drowning is silent. And then I made coffee because Ingram Sparks was just giving me so many more issues, and I was getting really frustrated and overwhelmed, and I just didn't know what to do. So I panicked and made more coffee because I guess that's what I do. But then I spent the rest of the day doing, real life actual work stuff. But even after I finished all the work that I wanted to do, I was still feeling really frustrated and anxious. And so my husband made me go to the gym with him because he said working out is a lot better way to relieve stress than drinking more coffee and staring at a wall. And you know what? Malachi was right. I felt much better after lifting metal bars up and down, and he said it was because of the release of dopamine, which is different from the free serotonin I talked about in another video, but I cannot explain the difference, so just blindly trust what this person on the internet says. It's fine. When I got home, I spent about 2 hours tutoring my brother in chemistry with Malachi's help, and this is how that went.
What are we talking about?
Then we get to Tuesday, and I woke up and I did a lot of normal work, responding to emails, dealing with a bibliography that was giving me a ton of trouble for a client. And then I saw an email from Laurel Webb, and if you don't know her, you should check her out. I'll link her below. But she's doing a challenge where she writes a piece of flash fiction every day of February, and she was doing a live stream and emailed me a link to the live stream and was like, hey, I'm doing it at 11 if you want to join. And I did, and it was so much fun. And there was a lot of stuff going on in the chat. You can catch the replay, but the main thing is we talked about potatoes, and guess what I'm making for lunch? Hello, my friends. Potato, god tier of all food. I personally do not discriminate, and any potato is good enough for me. Today, I'm going to show you how I make not mashed potatoes, not hash browns, not breakfast potatoes. I'm going to show you how to make smashed potatoes. That's right, smashed potatoes. So what you're gonna need: potatoes. The smaller, the better. I don't have small potatoes. What you're gonna do is drop your potatoes in some boiling water until they are fork soft or a little bit before fork soft. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, now that your potatoes are overcooked because you got distracted dealing with Ingram Sparks, go ahead and pull them out and put them in a bowl. Potatoes. Grab an oil of your choice and just put so much on there. Like, just put a lot on there. Then grab your seasonings of choice. I forgot most of my seasonings in a box when we moved, so we're just dealing with a very limited supply at this point. So I'm just doing salt and pepper and give it a mix, preferably with some uncomfortable eye contact. Then the fun part comes. So after you oil your pan a little bit, we'll spread it around. You're gonna wanna find something with a flat bottom, like a bowl, a cup, whatever. You can see where this is going. Take a hot potato, put it on the oil, use it to mix the oil around. Wow, that is so hot. And then take your flat thing and smash it. Hence the name, smashed potatoes. You want like a little flat pancake like that. This is gonna be good, trust me. If any pieces fly away, just kind of plop them on top. It's fine. Hot, hot, hot. Ideally, you would have preheated your oven, but I didn't. But put it to like 450, 475, doesn't really matter. And then pop them in there until they're nice and crispy. Normally you would flip them over, but these kind of fell apart, so I'm not even gonna bother, but I'll show you the finished result. Also, you might want to top with just a little bit more oil because I'm obsessed with this olive oil, and maybe a little bit more of your seasoning. And that, my friends, is how you make smashed potatoes. Highly recommend you use really small potatoes, or you should have cut them in half like I should have, but I didn't, but they're so good. I promise. I promise. I did not write anything yesterday. Well, I did. That's not true. I wrote flash fiction on Laurel's channel, but I did not write any of Mac. And I think half the reason for that is because I got my edits back for Tracker. So that's another thing that I'm adding to my February plate is I'm going to try and go through all of the edits for Tracker and get it all pretty formatted and just done because I'm tired of having it hang over my head. Anyway, today I really do need to get my act together and write my Mac novella, but it's so hard because all I want to do is work on Tracker, but I gotta write Mac. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set an hour-long timer and just sprint. Now, if you saw my video that I posted about my 10K today that turned out to be 25K in a day, this will show you that that was such an outlier day because I am guaranteed I'll be lucky to get 2,000 or 3,000 words in an hour, but we will try.
I got just over 1,200 words, and you know what? That's okay. They were good words. I have to restructure my outline just a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. Then I spent the rest of the day doing real life work, and then I ended the day playing Nancy Drew, The Haunting of Castle Malloy, because I am 12 and I can't stop playing point-and-click puzzle games. If you have any good recommendations, let me know.
Happy Thursday. It's now 10 o'clock and I have finished work emails. I do have work stuff to do later, mostly just contracts and stuff. You don't care about that. That's not why we're here. Barely wrote anything yesterday and I'm not sure why. I did edit one short story for my collection yesterday and I wrote a new one that I think really rounds it out. But I'm trying to be done with my short story collection, at least messing with it until the rest of my beta readers get to it. I've slated March to be like where I hit it hard, and I should be hitting Mac hard, but I don't know what's going on. For me, writing is more than just an escape. It's a passion, but beyond that, that passion is also a job. I want to make a living doing this, and in order to do that, I need to create systems and patterns so I can do this long term. And one of the systems that I've created is write when you don't want to in order to meet a deadline. Sounds easy, but it's not, because I think when it comes to anything creative, we wait till we have the inspiration, when in reality, at this point, because it's so plotted and outlined and I know what I need to write, I just have to persevere and do it.
and it's going to get easier the more I do that. But I wanted to let you know that not every day is an effortless writing day. Sometimes it's a struggle to sit down and write because I just don't feel like it. I have other projects I want to work on. I have other things I want to do, but I also know that as a whole, this is my life and what I want to do. And so I have to push through those times where it just doesn't feel like fun. And so that's kind of what today is. Okay, so here's the breakdown. I really have not written much. That's okay. I averaged 4,847 words this week, which is quite a bit below my hope for 10 to 15,000, but that's okay. I didn't write anything on Friday because we left for a ski trip, and here's how that went. Okay, look, I've never gone skiing before. Snow's kind of out of my element. I did my best, all right? I did my best. But I wasn't going to just stick on the bunny hills, okay? Okay. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully next week I'll actually do some more writing. Okay, bye!